Our next speaker is going to be Kristen Omo. Hope I said that right. Did I say it right? Good. Yay! She's a child development specialist for Smith County Champions for Children. They raised over $5,000 in donations during Giving Day. They also had a match. So Kristen is going to tell us a little bit about how their campaign went and how they were successful at raising this money. We'll be good to go.
Good afternoon. I know you guys want to take a nap on this cold day, but thanks for listening. All right. As you can see, we had a booth, and Jackie, who was supposed to be speaking, is at Leadership Tyler, and she's the little bitty thing in red. She's about this tall and this thin. She's our executive director, and we did make it, we involved our board, we involved every single person at our agency. We got other friends involved, and of course the lady to the left of Jackie was important to have there as well. Everybody knows Dan. And the lady on the far right is one of our board members, and there's Debbie. And so we all took shifts. I think that's important to designate your plan for the day. Jackie's great. She lets the staff actually have a say in what we wanted to contribute. So I think that you should use your assets and your staff and donors and so forth. And so we did some brainstorming and to come up with a plan and different ways that we could promote Giving Day. And we're just very small. We only have 6 people on our staff. So we went to one of our donors that is true to us, and likely they were able to give us some matching funds. And then we did some brainstorming. So we came up with some ideas of ways to promote it. We of course wanted to get the word out. And so we talked about, well, maybe we could have like take some donors to coffee to try to secure matching funds. I said we should go for happy hour, have a party. That didn't go over very well. Then we talked about maybe doing an ice cream party, a pre-event planning party. We were trying to think of ways to stimulate community involvement as well. So one of the things we talked about was kind of like Children's Park, having regular posts prior to the event. We did use constant contact, which is great because then you can send it out here, near, and very far. And so we posted the constant contact at regular intervals as well. We decided we wanted to really make a big splash, so we got this huge waving man, the blue man, that many of you saw. And Jackie also went and did a 5 a.m. TV spot, and she wore this goofy hat to really kind of catch people's attention and so forth. And then we wanted to make sure that we made it a fun event as well. So we had a yo-yo person, we had somebody come do face painting at our booth, we had popcorn. We're not letting Jackie do popcorn anymore because she spilled the oil all over the tablecloth, but no, just kidding. But so when people would come by, then we could talk about our organization. And I think that's another thing that Giving Day does, is it helps promote not only giving, but also it helps other people who are just coming by to learn more about your organization that can then continue to give. And so we also had Stephen Rainwater dress up in a champion outfit. He was our superhero. And And the kids, you know, because there were a lot of kids milling around that day, and the kids just loved that one. Let's see what else. Now I do think it is for consistency good to have the logo. Like every time we were posting, we not only had our organization logo, but also the Giving Day logo, just so when they saw that, they immediately knew, oh, okay, that's what's going on. Then, of course, we shared all that with the board, and we got the board to commit to time at the booth as well. Yeah, so Jackie was on the CBS morning show at 5 a.m. I did not volunteer for that shift because I'm not a morning person. And then we put pictures up and comments on Facebook before, during, and after. Now, I will say, this was Jackie's first time to do live feed on Facebook. You might want to practice just a little bit more if you haven't done much live feed, because at first it was pretty shaky, but she's gotten really good about keeping it more steady now. But that really generated interest as well when we did the live feed on Facebook. So I think people really like that, especially the younger generation. So you should plan within your schedule to do some live feed as well. So we secured those matching funds, and then we promoted it. And then as people donated, we would immediately say thank you to them on the Facebook page. So we had somebody actively working it to immediately say, oh, thank you so much, you're giving me so much, it's going to help do this and that and so forth. And then, of course, the day before the event, we did a big push on constant contact, emails, through Facebook, and we encouraged all the staff members as well and donors to put it on their individual Facebook pages too, so that we could really spread the circle. And then everybody had a job once they got there, whether it was making popcorn sacks or helping with securing the face painter or super champion, and so it was a fun day. We've really actually had a lot of fun as a staff working together both years. All right. And then, of course, the minute you reach your goal, you want to say thank you, we did it. If it's not over yet, you want to encourage them to dig a little bit deeper, give some more, and so, and then of course we followed up with handwritten notes as well, okay? All right. Questiones, preguntas, questions? Yes?
So you guys were down in the square both years?
Yes.
So we were down there the first year, but we didn't go down last year. Did you have more traffic last year than the first year?
Well, I personally, I wasn't there last year because I was out of town doing a training. I'm not sure how you could probably.
It was moderate. The traffic was moderate. There's, it's, you know, you're still trying to pull people out into the square. Last year, I believe it was last year, there was jury duty. So there was more people on the square because they were reporting for service. So there was people milling around. It was certainly better than the first year, I will say that. Wouldn't you say it was better the second year than it was the first year?
Yeah, and we were smarter the second year too, narrowing the time frame to
Yes.
11 to 2 or something like that.
It's a much smaller window of participation on the square.
The other thing Holly has no control over, and neither do I, is the weather. The past 2 years have been gorgeous weather down there on the square, so put as much effort into it as you can guarantee the weather is going to be effective. This is an online event, so the key is to get them online more so than at the event. So an event has to be kind of
to note, which I broke the news in May last year, ETCF will not coordinate the events on the Tyler Square this year. That is someone else's job. There is too much that we are responsible for on Giving Day for me to also coordinate what goes on the square. And with a small staff, we have 5.5 people now. So with our small staff, it is very difficult for us to put bodies there, put bodies here. So keep that in mind. If you want to have an event on the square, I will give you the information needed, but I cannot help you. I cannot coordinate it on your behalf. So keep that in mind.
I'll take care of the weather for you.